Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just queue up my bullshit. Queue up my bullshit. Oops. I've ruined everything. Oh, I mistyped command into the music bot, and it automatically added traffic signs and rules for kids, road safety for children.
Nice.
That might have
Can you
impacted
imagine?
my immersion a little bit.
Can you imagine that coming on like during a fight or something?
It's like a fucking jump
kids.
scare.
Red means stop. Green means go. What?
Knowing this group.
Sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah, the
Okay.
basics, you know.
Did I do the thing? I did, yes. So good at stuff. Okay. Short and sweet. When we last left off, you had survived the Thunderfire tournament to the delight and support of your many thousands of new fans. You had attended dinner as expected, defended your appointment as a representative for Anacia, settled into your new room at the castle, and woken up early the next day to enjoy a catered breakfast and finally compare notes, where you attempted to take a step back and look over the whirlwind of an adventure that you embarked on. We resume a couple hours after that wake-up. Breakfast is warming your bellies, and new questions cycle in your brains. You have some time, but not much, before your attendance is expected at the closing ceremony. A ceremony taking place in the castle courtyard, as the city's numerous interior gates open to allow freer passage and large attendance into the Crownswell Keep. What are you doing?
Being nervous. Standing up to the side,
Sweating?
being nervous. Sweating.
We are essentially picking up exactly where we left off. The conversation still somewhat heavy in the air.
Well, did we wish to send a message to Seraphina?
We could, yes.
Do not think it would hurt.
Okay.
Laura, you look really pretty today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. Having like a super bad anxiety day, so thank you. I needed that.
Oh.
Glad I could help.
What would we like
Okay.
to say?
I suppose just saying that we heard she was unwell, perhaps, and wishing her better, and maybe an apology for what she saw in the tournament. I'm not sure. Just something casual to see what she says.
Notes from anyone else?
I think that is the safest bet and probably the best one.
Okay. Sorry, my screen's freaking out a little bit, and I don't know why. Okay. Alright, well, can we make some sort of pre-message before I send the actual message? Because I'm terrible at these things.
I mean, you could just say, hello, we heard you were unwell, and hope that you are faring well, or at least better now. I mean, I don't know, something like that.
And that we're sorry we didn't get to say goodbye.
That's a good one as
Yes.
well, yeah.
Alright. Let me mark this down. All right. Vaughn, do you have anything to add, or does that sound good to you?
That sounds okay to me.
All right, I'm going to send a message to Seraphina. We heard you were unwell. And we're hoping you're doing better now. We apologize for our involvement. Safe travels home.
6 words if you want.
Keep us updated.
3 words if you want. No kidding.
I think that what
I think that went.
I think the message went through is how that's probably gonna read.
I think I win. Okay. You will eventually hear. I thank you for your concern. I will be fine. Truly, I am sorry you were put through what you were. You are stronger than I.
and I will relay that to the group.
Well, that's good to know that she is alive. Never had a doubt. Okay, well,
That
do we
cross-
wish to... No, go for it.
I was just going to say that crosses that off our list.
It does. I have another small list, but we don't have to get to it all right now, of course. I think the most pressing thing is asking Darby if they would like to try to take a look in the dungeon.
I can try, yes.
Only if you'd like to.
We were going to do the thing where we attempted to ask first, yes?
That might be better, yeah, but who are we going to ask?
I imagine there has to be guards outside of the door to
First,
said dungeons.
We could do both at the same time. If we try to talk to the guards, it would provide a distraction for Darby as well. So
that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think if we ask, like purely just ask, I don't think it would be a yes, because I think they still want everyone to believe that it is Calder. And so if they let anyone into the dungeon, we would see that that Calder is not there. So I imagine the answer won't be yes. But Solus is right, it's a very good distraction.
ask specifically to speak to the assassin, and they must know that at least the guards, I would think, would know the whole story, unless they're being more clandestine than.
I do remember the guards telling us leave it to the professionals when they haul them off, so I do think the answer still might be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who's feeling particularly
The worst they
persuasive?
can do is tell us no.
Even if the answer is yes, I do not think I should go. But he might recognize my face. I imagine he would, but
And just to just to double check, I'm looking for anyone else of interest who might be in there. Yes? Okay.
I believe so.
I'll stay here with Realm so no one is by themselves, just in case, while the rest of you go.
All right.
Okay. So what are you doing?
Is there anything we want to do before I potentially go to jail? Just to put all of your minds at ease.
Agree
Well-
that you're not going to potentially go to jail.
There are a few books I would like to look for at some point today, but we could just squeeze that in between jail time. Or whatever afterwards.
Yes, if you could just bring me some light reading in my cell, maybe they'll at least let you visit me down there. I don't know.
I understand this is a joke, but you're both stressing me out.
This is how I cope
At
with
that-
stress.
Fine.
I'm so sorry.
Erilyn also clears her throat. Goodbye? Who just left? Who died?
Ethan.
Oh. Well. Bye, Ethan. Bye, Ethan.
We got back just
Fine,
in
I
time.
say, getting kicked immediately.
Whoops!
At that, Erilyn will clear her throat a little bit at your back and forth joking from where she sits just passively watching all of you discuss your day and say, I may be overstepping a little bit. What exactly do you gain from looking, and is it really worth going to jail for?
I mean, that is a good point. We can't. I mean, if we find someone down there, what do we do then?
By all means, if you feel you
Change.
gotta know, please go find out. I just want to make sure you understand the risk versus reward kind of thing.
Well, it would give us a little time to maybe not enough time to try break someone out. If
Is that what you would do?
it is depends on who it is, I suppose.
And who are you willing?
What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If he got himself in there again, is it really on? Continue. Sorry.
Well,
No, that's a very good point. Who exactly are you willing to risk this for?
That is a good question.
In this hypothetical space where you're going down to look for somebody, who is it you're hoping to find that is worth all this trouble?
ideally, no one outside of this room or in Ainsbury at all at this point. But if someone down there is important to any of you, I would risk it.
I think I would say
Well-
the same if it was important to anybody, such as family and close friends and so on.
Do you have reason to suspect they've got family or close friends?
No.
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 And it is worth mentioning if we really want to know who's on the chopping block later, I can look.
And what would we do about it? Now or then?
I mean, then the best we could do is speak up and align ourselves with another criminal, or we just at least know.
Now-
Another.
Do you have to advise against perhaps making public enemies of yourself? For obvious reasons, I hope? Listen, if you will feel better to go look, absolutely go look. Just want to make sure you understand what you stand to gain from it and what you stand to lose.
We have already done something that we didn't want to do. We've already killed someone we didn't want to kill. So, in some ways, we've already made our decision. That's not someone we know.
It's
Well,
very situational.
Now that Erilyn has brought it up, I can't think of anybody that I know of that's in Ainsbury that I would risk Darby for. Perhaps there's somebody in Ainsbury that I don't know is here and they would be worth trying to break out, but I don't think so.
I am just worried about more surprises, but
Oh, sweetie, there will always be surprises.
yeah, I guess just that big of a surprise is a lot.
I'm really starting to hate surprises in general.
I don't like when people make speeches anymore. It's always bad surprises.
It's true.
Oh God.
The speeches.
Oh, sorry, Dad. Were you trying to take a drink from your mug?
I wasn't. He just fucking headbutted my arm. Almost drowned me.
It's amazing.
Rhiannon, your baby looks good. She doing better? Unrelated.
I don't know, to be honest. She's acting
obviously
the
warmed
exact
back
same
up
she
to you.
always has. Yeah,
Yeah.
she warmed back up to me after like an hour and a half, but for the first hour and a half, she was like twitching and shivering and not facing me, and I was like, oh my god, I have to take her back. Now, I think I hope she's okay. I'm taking her back in 2 weeks, so I'll find out then.
Well, if we are
But
not
thank you for asking.
if we are not going to go to the dungeon, then if you did want to go and try and find those books, we would have time before.
As in, go to the library? Is that what we mean, or?
I think some of you had things you wish to see or know or learn.
It would be a
That is-
tamer way to spend our couple of hours before we possibly do something. I don't know if it's going to be rash or if it's just going to be another day. But I will go.
Never
I will start getting dressed.
Yep.
Teams are going out.
Phyllis has been naked this whole time. No, kidding, sorry.
We've all just been
I
sitting in our
assume they
underwear.
have like some form of night clothes, but I also assume approximately like what 2/3 of them would not care either way. But the other third would care a whole lot, so
I feel like I might be growing numb to it at this point.
there's like a very specific spot in the center of Vaughn's forehead that she focuses on at all times.
Oh boy.
All right. So you begin to dress and prepare yourselves for the day.
But since we have
Putting
you here,
on-
Erla, did Vaughn normally sleep naked while he was at home?
Actually, yes. It started very young, and he used to sleepwalk a little bit too. So
Oh.
it was always a surprise.
She's
What was he
actually
waking up for?
smiling while she asked this to kind of like lighten the mood / embarrass Vaughn a little bit as she's
I'm sure
asking.
And just to embarrass Vaughn.
Well, it's good to know. Didn't just develop on the road.
No, I just
Guess
think,
that's a relief.
I just think he never outgrew it.
There are worse habits. I'm
There
sure.
are much worse habits.
There's nothing wrong with being comfortable with your body.
It's pretty impressive, really, to get out of your clothes while lying down. And, anyways,
Yeah. All right, I'll go get my bag.
I asked Nia for help with my hair and pull her into the other room.
I'm absolutely giggling as I go.
Oh,
I'm just gonna get dressed and do my hair, my normal morning thing. Feed Yersa. Maybe also bring her so she can have some time outside.
Yep. If you choose to bring her, she will perch a bit, holding on a bit tightly to your shoulder. But she will perch. All right. So you put yourselves together, ready to face the day. You eventually step out of your room, and Erilyn will join you, but pause as you all kind of file into the hall and say, "Now, I got a few things I gotta make sure I take care of before I hit the road a little bit later, and I want to make sure I get a good spot in the courtyard so I can see you all. So,
Hey, just be safe.
you as well. If you feel you must do something, just make sure you weigh the risk and what you're getting out of it. That's all.
Understood.
No, you kids take care." And she turns and walks off down the hall.
Well, to the library.
Yep.
Am I echoing or-
Research. I think everyone's echoing off Ethan.
Is it?
I might be wrong.
It was just a second for me.
I keep
I heard
hearing
before
it.
off. Yeah, I heard it before
It's.
too.
I was like, is it me?
Is it?
I think it is you, but it's only at a certain volume.
There we go.
All right. So you file out of the grounds and find there is an energy in the castle today. As soon as you step out of the wing where most people are staying and more into the not necessarily public but common wings, there are guards under constant vigilant patrol, servants running back and forth with urgency to their movements, and just a constant low noise of chatter and back and forth through the castle as it prepares to host what could be a large majority of the city, and then some in its grounds. So it seems like everyone is on very, very high alert, high edge. But people pay no mind to you as you proceed through the hallways and out those castle gates into the courtyard. And you can see servants are already starting to erect a dais made out of wood to host some of the festivities or the ceremony later. They're busy stringing up banners that belong to all countries on the continent around, off of the walls and off of string that they run to and fro through the trees and through the turrets. Again, it is busy out here, lots of movement and noise. And it doesn't seem to calm as you proceed down the hill and towards the inner city, which is just as busy. And as you actually step out of the gates into the inner city proper, you already begin to hear whispers as you're spotted and people kind of nudging their partners and pointing at you.
Smile and wave.
As you smile and wave, somebody kind of starts and waves back enthusiastically.
I walk neatly with my hands in front of me.
I am just going to let Yrsa quietly fly away for a little while if she wants to.
So you kind of shrug your shoulder, and immediately she lifts off and takes off into the sky, and you hear from around you just a, oh, look at that.
Oh no.
I will be happy once. I will be happy once we leave this place.
It's a lot of attention.
I'm just hamming it up. We might need their support, when they try to execute us later or something.
That's fine.
Crowd support just seems like a good idea. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What did you say, Ethan?
It's a team ham, 100%.
Yes. I will link my arm through Vaughn's and we will walk in front. So that way, everyone else can be shielded.
I just do not like crowds. I too would like to fly off into the sky, please.
Whoa, look at that. Whoa.
You've got 1 minute.
What is that? As far away as I
pretty
can.
far.
Yeah, just go for length, not height.
Yeah, just. No, I'm just going straight up. Whatever happens, happens.
Okay, Icarus.
Directly into the sun.
Bye.
Darby's like crowds or bird to death.
It's a hard choice.
I'm making it.
It's a hard choice.
Is Ethan okay? Did you just fall out of bed?
This seat sits a little low, so when I go to sit down in it, there is a whoosh.
There sure was.
You're doing great, buddy. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Hold on, being under the spotlight has made me hot. I'm gonna go open a window. You guys carry on.
Bye, Laura.
Bye, Laura. It's okay. It gives me a chance to change the BGM because it's far too relaxed.
What? I thought this was a relaxing time.
I told Ethan he was doing a good job and my Discord crashed, so I don't know what the universe is trying to tell us.
Okay. Laura's Discord is struggling.
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you. My
Yes.
camera's just not.
Yep.
But
No,
yeah.
take your time. Fight when you gotta fight.
Oh, you know.
I would try leaving the call again, just in case you. I don't know if you auto joined back in when your Discord crashed. Oh, hi.
You're over there
That's not
now.
my camera.
Yeah, I'm switching. I'm switching cameras to see if it'll work.
You're so far
Yeah.
away.
I know. That's my laptop. You remember? Yeah, that awkward profile moment. I am gonna restart Discord real quick though and see if this fixes it.
And it's not that I didn't want relaxing music. I just wanted a different kind.
Library music.
Shh.
Something like that.
Yeah, every now and again the music's interrupted by shh, because we're in the library.
Shh.
But I'm just giving Laura 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Exactly 2 minutes. No more, no less.
How much trouble can we cause in 2 minutes? Darby fly into the sun, Realm pickpocket a soldier.
You left, so Darby flew into the sun. And Realm's under arrest.
Oh god.
Mia
Yeah,
has
oh
found
God.
a system
It was
that
always
is
gonna go down that
inefficient,
way.
so she goes to correct them all.
I picked a great time to join in. Great about Realm's been arrested and Darby flew into the sun, so I suppose
Yeah.
things are going about as they were before I left.
Mm.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh
It's
no.
Okay. So you continue fighting the good fight. But collectively, as a group, you begin to wind your way down the main street of the inner city. Again, constantly noticing that every 30 seconds or so, someone notices you and tries not to stare, but some are far less gracious or subtle about it than others. You certainly hear some excited whispers as you pass. Some hushed and rushed recountants of your fights exchanged between friends as they make sure it's really them. But eventually you make it to the library. And initially are barred access until showing the note from Adeline, which gives you permission to be where the public is not really allowed to wander unattended at the moment. You enter that grand building with walls and shelves lined with thousands upon thousands of books. Attendants kind of quietly drifting between the aisles, with a few working a square desk right near the center of the building. What do you do?
I have nothing in particular that I'm looking for, but if you would like assistance, I can try my best.
It might be worth looking up more about Naylock and their champions or champions.
Yes, I was hoping to do that. And maybe compare it. Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say compare it to what I have in this other book that I have.
I truthfully just wanted to look up stuff about my little problem, but if there's more important things, I can also put that on hold.
We are in a pretty large library. You might as well see what you can find.
Yeah, at this point, I feel like we could split up on our own.
Surely nothing will happen in a library.
You're
Oh,
tempting
you
the
said
DM.
it now. Yeah, you said it now. Every book's a mimic.
What? Oh god.
Oh my god.
I simply would just die then.
All
That would
right.
be a cool scene, though.
It would. So you opt to split up and use your limited time to see if you can find a book that might help your different inquiries. So again, this is intelligence based. You get through a book within you get through your intelligence modifiers worth of books in an hour.
Mhm.
I am happy to assist anyone. I do not have anything particular that I am looking for. So if anybody would like assistance, I am not the most intelligent, but I am not unintelligent.
I will also assist somebody with my +1 to intelligence.
I have a -1, so will I not finish one book in an hour?
You will not be able to finish a book in this time.
I have a 0, but
Sorry, what does Vaughn have?
Vaughn has a +1.
Okay. Sorry, you're
No,
just
plus-
really robotic for a
+1.
second. I couldn't hear what you said.
Yeah, +1.
so perhaps someone could help Darby, and perhaps someone could maybe help me.
All
Be
right.
happy to.
Gonna go help Darby.
And I will help Realm.
Wait, if
So-
it's my -1 and then the +1 just gives us 0, so we both don't finish the book.
It doesn't work like that. I don't
You
cancel
just
each
have to
other out.
read it all to Darby.
Well, Darby's not the strongest reader.
They read real slow.
But hey, they draw beautiful pictures of
They do.
stars, so it's fine.
They get distracted by the picture book section.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have it in the picture book section.
If there's a diagram, you're lost.
Maybe it's just
fine, yeah.
Gods of the Realm.
The picture book version.
Yeah. So between between the lot of you and your party, you have chances to find a book on 3 subjects in the time you have. So, what do you
And
look
none of these books would be for purchase, what we know, right? They're all just for rent.
You could certainly try, but as far as you know, this library does not sell books. It barely likes to lend them.
If we want to save a slot, I do have a Book of the Gods that has information on most or all of them as far as I know. So that we don't have to look for a book about that.
Would that book come with explaining the champion? Like another one? Like, because I know we have a book that goes through all of the champions.
2 different kinds of
getting-
books. One book describes gods, and the other one describes champions of rot.
Oh, okay.
Also, it's worth mentioning my book is written entirely in Celestial, so I don't know if anyone can help me read it.
So do we each get up to like 3 topics, or is it 3 amongst all of us?
3 amongst the lot of you.
Oh,
So yeah, we
Oh.
can
Oh.
save a slot for gods. I can cover that.
I mean-
perhaps you could look up, like the dreams that gods could give, and whether they have not significance, because I'm sure they do, but like what happens if something dies in a dream from one of the gods. I don't know.
Realm's
I-
Google search history is just one long stream of consciousness.
I am not entirely sure that dream was from a god.
Oh,
Or-
it could have been.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, Sol and Nia said they would help, so Realm gets a pick, Darby gets a pick, and Vaughn gets to pick his own since he's helping himself.
okay, I like that plan. Vaughn's
I
pick is in secret.
Okay. I actually do have information for you, so don't let me forget.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up Fey Pacts in my time.
Just had a conversation about secrets, and then we'll just keep it
Oh, boy.
secrets anyway.
I know, right? Irony.
Well, we did. If he does, it's because we taught him that, so we can't even blame him.
From watching you.
Well, Solus, I was thinking perhaps you and I could look up Odelm. Don't know if that will lead us to anything, but
Okay, I can certainly do my best to find something for you.
it's the name that I heard the voice say at some point, so
How do you spell that?
what I said?
Yeah, the name.
Odelm.
O-D.
So I suppose I will see if there is a librarian I might ask who might help direct us so I'm not just wandering blindly.
Easy enough to do. There are attendants that are constantly moving up and down the aisles. And they seem to be especially confused by your presence today. Not many people are looking to be in a library right before one of the biggest celebrations, certainly for miles around, if not in the whole entire continent.
Yeah.
But they will guide you to a few books which detail different Fey types and the pacts they make. What are you looking for specifically?
I'm looking for Odelm for Realm. Darby's looking
sorry,
for
my bad.
Fey Pacts for yeah. Although I'm curious what they find, but we can compare notes at the end, unless that is also a secret.
Nah.
My bad. You give the name Odelm, and well, I should probably get my dice out. You actually find that you get a lot of blank stares.
I worried about that. I had not thought of a backup.
Perhaps hauntings or I'm not sure. Possessions might be something along the lines of what you're experiencing. I'm sure they
Anything
have
is
something
worth
about
a
that.
try. Anything is worth a try.
So you're asking instead about hauntings?
Possessions, that kind of thing.
Possessions.
If I know much of, I don't know if I would know enough to ask for that, but if I do, then yes.
I mean, possession is not really all unheard of. It's like a scary story to keep kids in bed at night. So while there may have been different flavors across the different cultures, possession is not unfamiliar.
Okay.
I'm possessed because I got out of bed one night when I was a kid.
I didn't listen to mom and I left.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
So you are led to a book that details demonic entities and their ability to reach through the hells and take hosts, willing or otherwise. Once they possess that host, they typically have full, almost, if not complete control of their host. Their host can fight it, but the longer the possession draws on, the less likely they are to escape until they are lost.
Does it mention anything about ways to exorcise someone?
Make an intelligence check.
Can I help? Because I imagine I'm sitting beside her, kind of
With your
reading the same
plus
thing.
0?
Yeah, with my plus 0.
How would you be helping other than
I imagine I'm sitting beside
Sitting
her, like
beside
reading it at the
her.
same time and being like,
Mhm.
I don't know, telling her these things like, oh, I've had it since I was a kid. I don't know, perhaps.
Oh, that's
I
it.
don't
That's
know.
an idea. If it is indeed that you are possessed, though, that's it. We don't know that for sure. Okay, I'm rolling. Well, that is a natural one.
Oh,
So
boy.
clearly, this dice, I rolled a nat one last session with it.
Oh.
It's okay. It's gonna turn around. It's gonna turn around and not fuck me at an opportune moment. I'm so sorry. I tried, Rhiannon.
It's fine. It's fine.
So the book is rather heavy, and it is a lot to try and scour through. You do skim through the pages as quickly as you can, but it's hard to pick out a exorcist ritual in all of this text without more time.
With the amount of nat ones that has been rolled in relation to this thing, I'm beginning to think that it's actually placing person else dice.
I was gonna say, yeah.
No, we've never had a good roll looking up the subject or anything
You're
about
actually
the
not
subject.
wrong.
That's true.
Poopy.
Maybe you're just not meant to know.
Mm.
It's okay, Solus. I can maybe next time I'll try to talk to the voice or it's fine. We can try something else some other time.
Maybe I'm just not at my best today. I'm sorry. Thoughts on a lot of things.
It's totally, you don't need to apologize. It's probably not going to change overnight anyway, so I think it can stand to wait for some answers.
All right. Well, I suppose we'll go find the others.
Okay. Darby and Viconia. What kind of Fey Pact are you looking to investigate? What specifically?
Darby?
Everyone's gonna have like a nat one on.
They're having a natural nat one. They don't have to roll, they're just
Well,
having it.
Yeah.
What in particular did you want to learn from this?
What they might want in exchange for things, what the terms are, what might happen as a result of them. Something like that. Like, is my whole bloodline going to be involved now, or what?
Oh, so like did you sell your soul kind of thing?
I don't really know what I did. I shook his hand and then something went into my arm and is now in the back of my neck. I don't know. What does that look like, actually? Is it still there?
Is it still there?
Curtain of hair.
Still there.
Move your hair. What does it look like again?
I don't think you can see it. I don't know though.
Can I see it?
Is
With
there
your
something on
current
the back of
eyes?
it?
No.
With my
Your current
current eyes.
Yes.
I only have one set of eyes.
Take some out of your pocket. Try those ones.
Nothing
No, it's
is there.
It's
for me.
okay, you guys. This just means that none of us are going to end up with Darby's firstborn on our doorstep because they are going to be given to a Fey Lord
Yeah.
instead.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
Is there another set of eyes that in which I? Oh, probably true seeing. I can't.
What if-
I mean, I kind of have it, sort of.
What if you two
did
looked
once
up,
upon a time? Sorry.
What if you two looked up what the fuck is he again? Not a centaur.
Satyr.
He's a
Satyr?
Satyr.
Look up satyrs. Maybe it'd say what kind of deals they could make or pacts. I don't know.
Oh yeah, actually, we could
Sure.
look up that. Do they have the magic to make pacts like that, or is it just an archfey kind of thing?
So are you looking up satyrs, or are you looking up what Fey's pacts usually ask for?
Well, we know he can make them. He already kind of has, as far as I would assume and guess.
So.
I would rather look up kind of what the terms might be in this case.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So you do find a thin book, not quite as heavy or full as some of the other books in the area, but it seems to hit exactly what you're looking for in that the cover says, so you've dealt with a Fae. What's your next step?
Oh shit.
This is already filling me with a lot of
Pay deals for dummies.
Wait, so there's twice that Darby's made a deal that they didn't fully understand.
Well,
just to be clear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He's keeping this author in business.
Yes.
Cursed objects for dummies.
Yeah, it's just like that's oh my god. So you've returned from the dead for dummies.
But it details that most creatures that are purely from the Feywilds and of pure Fey blood have the ability to make pacts with other creatures. The severity and strength and longevity of the pact depends both on the Fey and the power it has, as well as what you offer to them in return. And it lists some of the recorded offerings that people have confessed to making as giving 3 of your happiest memories to a Fae in exchange for curing your family of an illness, or allowing the Fae to see through one of your eyes for the rest of your life in return for unimaginable wealth. It is very unconventional asks, and the book warns that never take the Fae at its exact word. Always dig a little bit deeper to figure out what the true meaning is.
What exactly do you know what you gave him when this happened, or you just
A handshake.
and he didn't say you do this for me and blah 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 blah.
It was mostly, I think, he helped me so I can help him kind of thing. I don't know how that shakes out in the end, but
Well, hopefully he's not evil.
if we ever see him again, I would love to ask questions, or maybe it isn't as serious. Maybe it is just a little thing, I don't know.
Does it say anywhere in the book about, like, somebody getting true seeing as part of true seeing as part of their deal? Like, is any of that ever recorded in this book?
Make an intelligence check.
Guidance. Natural 1.
Oh my god.
So as you are flipping through the book, a little bit enthralled, kind of falling into a hole about the kind of deals that have been recorded. If there is mention about getting some kind of true sight from a pact, you don't find it. You do find recountants of some pactees being turned into a hunting dog, that they have to return to that life every 90 days and spend 90 days as themselves, 90 days as a hunting dog. Another instance lists that the Fae had asked for the firstborn child, not of theirs, but of somebody else's.
I make a face when I read that. Dobby, do you have a tail? Are you a dog?
Not currently, no.
Okay.
I would not mind being a dog for 90 days. That would not be the worst thing.
I mean, you can technically be a dog for a couple of hours, yes?
Yes, but 90 days.
But then you wouldn't be able to fly. Can you spread your wings while you're a dog?
We'll have to wait and see how screwed I am by the steel to find out.
Taking it seriously, but also, like, trying to keep it a little bit light.
Well, again, it may not have been that serious. Maybe it'll all be fine. I don't know.
Yeah, we say that about a lot of things.
Well, why not be optimistic until, we learn otherwise?
Yeah, I have zero argument.
I say, having a quiet internal panic attack.
No.
I as well.
I mean, at least you don't take 4d8 psychic damage every time you hear the word bread.
That would be awful. I
Bread.
talk about bread a lot.
Is that a Fey deal?
It could be.
Oh, no.
Red.
I don't so far.
No, if
Oh
you're
my
that
God.
God, if that happened and they were your boss or my boss would be
48.
dead. Or I'd be dead.
Wait, what? Your boss says bread a lot?
Yeah.
I say bread all the time.
And it's
You do.
and
It's
it's
really-
tagged in her emails.
I mean,
Yeah,
bread is really good.
Also that
I don't.
I put a loaf of bread.
Yeah, she puts
you
a
know.
loaf of bread.
Why?
Like, get the money. Like,
Let's get that bread.
Get that
Oh,
bread.
get that bread. Oh my
Get
God.
that bread.
Edible bread is also very nice.
So it's,
Edible bread is nice too.
Bread.
it's like you're sitting there and
Bread.
you're like, you pick stuff up, you put stuff down, and then you think about bread. Money.
Bread.
Bread.
All right. Vaughn, if I could just get you to do a quick intelligence check.
Oh
Don't
boy.
roll that one. I believe in you.
You know, why
Three
did
nat
you
ones,
have
that's
to
gotta be an
say
Or
it?
do and just get it out of the system now.
Nat 20 though.
Oh, sweet.
Holy
Hey!
I can't
The
handle.
universe
I
is
can't- I can't.
balanced.
This is too much.
The heart looking at me. That's a nat 20.
Okay. I will hit you with that info dump later. Okay. Is there anything
yeah.
else you're doing?
No, I mean, no. I think
I-
but the other thing I'm looking for, I can actually buy at like a public bookstore where y'all went looking for books earlier.
Probably.
I think 3 was our limit anyway.
It was, yes.
Um.
You are running out of time.
Yeah.
When we all get back together, do you guys share? We would, I imagine, say that we learned nothing about hauntings in particular. Do you guys share what you researched or what you learned by any chance?
I don't
I
see
will.
why not. Yeah, I would
As I learn
share
nothing
some of
also.
the odd pacts and the deals that are struck in the firstborn children and the dog for 90 days
And the
I would-
48 dog bread damage.
and the
I mean,
and the
second
getting a
marriage.
headache every time you hear the word bread.
Dog bread.
The dog bread damage.
The dog bread damage, right? Yeah, I will also express mild concern, but I'll also kind of wonder aloud if I'm not as fey as I think I am, since I don't think I can make pacts of that kind. So, or have I been missing out this whole time, and I could have been making people make horrible deals with me?
Or
Like,
you're
have I
young
just
and
missed the boat.
inexperienced.
Yeah, maybe.
You're also not
yeah.
from the Feywild.
Oh, from the Feywild, not just Fey, from the Feywild specifically. Understood. Okay, cool. That is an
So-
important distinction that we probably
it's-
won't make because we rolled badly.
So this
Well,
we
no,
can
it
make a
was
deal
part of the
and
opening.
handshake and see if anything happens from it. Just don't fuck me.
What does
Like,
what does the thing at the back of my neck feel like?
Largely, you don't feel it until you think of it, and then it's just a little tingle, almost
Okay.
like subconsciously you're aware it's there, so suddenly you're feeling it.
Okay, okay.
I reach out and touch the back of your neck. I don't feel
Feel
anything.
48 second
Flesh
damage.
warm.
Your hand is very cold.
My apologies.
Just
I
like-
live.
damn drow.
I grew up underground and in a cave.
So my
pretty
hands
much.
are always cold.
So I'm
blood
not
is
used to
thin.
the sun. And
Oh well, my hand. Maybe your cold is different than our cold. My hands are really warm from being in the cold all the time.
I put my cold hand in your warm hand.
I am watching this just like, what is going on? They're
No.
just like poking each other.
The stress is
I'm
getting to us.
stressed out. I'm just trying to stall.
I'm just confused. I'm just a little confused. But
When you
not
put your
like-
hand in mine, I am also a little confused, but it is probably, warm. I assume they have to have good circulation to their extremities, or they would have lost them by now.
Oh, your hands are very
Are
warm.
Are the two of you all right?
I'll be honest, I'm quite stressed out and I'm just letting my brain kind of leak silly thoughts at this point, so.
I'm trying not to think about it so I don't throw up again.
My apologies, Darby, and I pat his hand and I look up.
That's okay.
Thank you for doing like that bloody thing. Like, my apologies, Darby.
Here's some gold.
No!
I mean, if you need it, I got like 200, that's all I got.
I You know how, like, if you take like a wild animal and you like try to capture it and bring it to a city, that is kind of how I have started to feel after so many days here. I just don't want to be here anymore.
I don't
for
either.
better or worse, I don't think we'll be here much longer.
That would be nice.
I would
Oh,
like
if it's for better.
to, as much as I enjoy the comforts and the luxury, I too think that continuing on as soon as we can is probably best before somebody in the city decides that they don't like Drow.
Oh, we
Or
have
to kill
made
the
some.
champions.
We've made some good friends along the way.
I worry people may not like me so much now that we killed something sort of like me in the ring, so we can be potentially not liked at the same time.
I think the city loves you both right now, and it's gonna be fine.
Thank you.
Yes,
True.
I guess we will have to wait and see. One day at a time, 1 hour at a time, it feels like right now.
Or it's probably time. Just now.
I suppose we should head to our destination.
Yeah. Time to hit
So?
the old...
The old dusty trail.
The old dusty trail.
So you hit the old dusty trail, which is more like a cobblestone street, and proceed back towards the courtyard, and you find that there is definitely a surge of people that are beginning to gather at the gates. They haven't completely opened yet, but you imagine there isn't long, because even outside as you pass it, of the gates to the inner city, you can hear the sounds of people from the next section over. Like the swell of their voices and the size of their crowd carries over the walls as well. But you have reason to pass into the Crownsville Keep and are allowed through without issue. You find that the staff of the castle work very quickly. They've almost transformed the courtyard. When you reach it, it is decorated in ribbons of a cascade of different colors, each representing a different nation. There is a multi-level raised dais that has been built just before the castle doors. And go ahead and do a perception check, someone.
I shouldn't. The sun is very harsh on my eyes.
I'll give it a go.
Okay.
Okay.
A natural 17
Ooh.
for 21. I can do math.
Ooh.
You go to approach the dais and consequently the doors behind it, and you are quickly directed away by an attendant who seems to be sort of leading the build and apologizes but says, "Sirs, madam, you must go that way. We're using an alternate exit until the ceremony proceedings. Thank you, thank you." And as you are ushered to the I know directions. Ushered instead to the east, you look back towards the raised dais, and there is a simple black block sitting on one of the lower platforms that fills you with a sense of discomfort. But you are led away.
Where are they taking us? Where are we going specifically?
You are guided back into the castle and given whatever time is left to make yourselves presentable, clean yourselves up, do what you need to do before most of you will end up joining the crowd in the courtyard. Is there anything you wish to do before proceeding?
At some point along the way, I would have liked to acquire a white cloak to go over my blue dress.
Okay. Easy enough to do. You'll probably find your friend from the other evening who is just as enthusiastic to set you up with something else.
An angel. Yes, I'm not going to ask you to make up a name for this random tailor, but I'm going to put the tailor on the chart.
The tailor. Did I give him a name? He might have had a name. Hang on.
There was the steward and then the tailor, and I can't remember if one or...
Oh, okay, yeah,
had a
the
name.
steward had a name. Okay. So you
I'll
are
live
able
forever
to
in my
find...
memory.
You are able to find a white cloak and otherwise fix yourself in colors that feel appropriate.
And I will look at the others and ask who is going to stand with me.
I don't think we can. I think it can only
Yeah,
be
I think
you.
it's just you.
They said one of us.
If you
All right.
want someone there, not with you in this, I can try to go.
You really, really don't want to, though.
No, I don't mind, really.
What do you think? I mean, if something goes badly, it could be worse if you were up there than if you were in the crowd.
That is okay. I do not want you to be there by yourself if something were to go wrong there.
Are you able to use
It's a-
that true sight
Nothing does go wrong.
animal?
That is true, though I cannot do that.
I mean,
It's all right.
we'll,
Do what?
we'll be able to get to you quickly if anything goes wrong.
Yeah, you won't be
It's all
too
right.
far
I
from
won't
us.
be. I won't be completely by myself. It'll be okay.
You'll have Daihi there.
Yes.
Okay. Is anyone else doing anything before eventually being forced to split?
No.
Okay. Well, Solace, your party is allowed to accompany you to the courtroom, but no further.
I will hug each of them before I go.
I will return the hug.
I will as well and say you've got this. It'll be okay.
I'm going to
If you need a
smooth my
friendly
hair.
face, Daihi is there. Sorry.
No, that's it. I'm going to smooth my hands through her hair and fix up what I can, and then give her a little kiss on the forehead, and then I'm going to step back.
Yes, and if Nia was willing to help her earlier, she would have had Nia help her put her hair up so it stays neat.
Yes.
You are ushered inside, and as the doors close behind you, you do spot just... There doesn't seem to be as much formality behind these doors as you were expecting. Sorry, I almost fucking forgot his name. Sebastian is speaking quietly by the throne with Casimir. King George sits speaking to Bernadette, who sits at his side. Alex is seated on one of the long tables that they had sat at the night previous, and Daihi had just been kind of pacing circles, and when he sees you, his face lights up and he'll stop and just kind of look like he's physically holding himself in place.
She will look equally pleased to see him, and she will not make a whole lot of effort to hide it, and she'll hurry over to where he is, and it's good to see you here. It's nice not to be alone.
So as you hurry over, he kind of dips himself forward in a little bow, and as he comes up, he says, "Really glad you're here too."
She'll kind of catch herself when he bows and realize that she's been like super casual, and she'll bob a little curtsy. Are we supposed to do anything? Will we just stand there? Do you know?
As far as I know, we're just supposed to sit and witness. I'm sure clapping now and again would be nice, but do it when everybody else is doing it.
Right. Should be easy enough then, right?
I hope so. My plan right now is just to watch the big guy and see what he does.
That's I'm sure he'll do the right thing when the time comes. I wondered, because you were born, you've always been. Did you not learn such things growing up about how to behave and how to be around and do things like this?
Well, yeah, they tried to teach me, but It's really hard for me to sit and focus for longer than a few minutes at a time, if I'm honest. And I don't know, my dad tried to keep me sheltered from too much of the heavier stuff. Kind of wishing maybe he didn't now, but
He tried to do what he thought was best for you, I'm sure. And then he thought he would have more time, and you would have more time.
but I promise that you're in good hands if you stick by me. I know I'm struggling a little bit, but I don't know, I just don't want you to think I'm stupid.
Oh.
She just kind of like starts forward for a moment, then realizes she probably shouldn't do that, and then she said, "No, I think you're quite smart, and I think that you are someone who thinks about things that maybe other people who are in your position should think about and don't. So I am glad that you're here. And I'll be glad to stand beside you too."
Thank you for saying that. It's gonna be fine.
What could possibly go wrong?
All you gotta do is stand there and maybe clap a little bit.
I think I can handle that.
I'd like to think maybe you've already handled worse.
She like kind of phrases up a little bit. She says, maybe yes. Perhaps sometime we could sit and talk about some of what you've seen and some of what I've seen. I think I would like that, but I suppose not today.
Well, at least not right now. If you're free later, we can sit and chat a while, or I imagine we'll be here for a couple more days, so if you have free time, we're friends now.
Yes, we are. We are. And I would like that very much.
So the rest of you are led back through the hallways and out into what is now a courtyard crammed with bodies. There are little posts with rope strung between them that kind of section off an area directly in front of the stage, which some of the guards lead you to and kind of help usher you in. But behind that little rope barricade, there is just throngs and throngs of people trying to find a comfortable enough space where they can stand and see the raised stage. But for those of you that can see a little bit more over people's heads, you might even notice that the crowds kind of continue down the winding cobblestone back towards the other gates. Not everyone may even be in here.
Front row seats. My God.
I wasn't nervous before. I'm absolutely sweating now. Front row sheet.
I thought you said Ryoshi or something like that.
Yeah, I thought you were like Rio Sheeps.
No, front row
I
seat.
just love the
Front
Ryoshi.
row seats.
Oh, amazing.
Everybody take a deep breath.
Loosen up your face.
Yeah, I'll put on my face before anything. Yep.
Army is clenching their jaw so hard they might break it too.
My hands are folded together in front of me, but so would they turn white? My purple skin turn white when I'm clenching hard enough?
Lavender.
I imagine it would.
Yeah, okay.
Probably pale a little bit because you're just pushing blood out.
Yeah. So you can definitely see the tension.
I'm gonna take Nia's hand, but it's half for my own reason, because I don't like this.
Aww.
It's for both.
No, at some point, could
Absolutely
sorry, go ahead.
squeezing your hands. Like, squeezing.
You're
you want
quietly
to?
breaking some bones, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say anything.
That's fair.
just gentle, like
It hurts.
Roll a perception check to see if the Emperor is looking at me, and if he's looking at me, if he's giving me like grumpy looks, or if he's like mad at me for doing the thing that he said not to do, or
Yeah, make a perception check.
I
The evil emperor doesn't like me anymore.
like maybe now he does just want to murder me. That is a 15.
Okay. So, you notice that while you and Daihi had been talking, there was a couple glances thrown your way. Interestingly, the conversation seems to stop when that happens, and both Sebastian and Casimir look to you. But you would have to do an insight check to glean the meaning of the looks, but you are catching them.
I would like to do that insight check if you do not mind.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. That is a 21.
Okay.
Nice.
Give me a moment.
I was like, don't roll a natural one. Please don't roll a natural one.
Oh, hello, Father. I see you're trying to drink again.
He wants to lay right in front of me, but there's like cords and the microphone and my notebook, so like there's not really space, but he doesn't
So
care.
he's just pacing.
Yes. And like I cleared off the arm of the couch so he could sit there, but he doesn't want to do that.
No. No, that's not inconveniencing you enough.
I was gonna say, I'm surprised Ellie's not here with me. This is actually the longest she's left me alone for a while, and I'm kind of missing her. Where is she?
She's good. She'll walk by with a bag of pizza in a few minutes.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Okay. Eventually, a procession of royal guards will enter the courtroom. And you are guided into your place at the procession and led towards the castle gates. You notice that, just make sure I got that right. Alexander is placed in front of you. You are behind him, and Daihi is at your back.
Sola's like less than half of Alexander's height.
I will
You
look
are
very
well
tall
hidden.
and yeah. I'll look very serious, or like I understand the gravity of the situation. I have on my serious face.
Your serious business.
Yes, that's me.
Okay. The rest of you. All right. In that sprawling courtyard of that majestic castle, the sun is high overhead, but not quite able to cut through the encroaching chill of winter. There is a hushed anticipation that is beginning to blanket the assembled crowd. Thousands have gathered, and their attention all fixed on the grand dais that was erected at the courtyard center, draped as it is in rich fabrics of green, gold, and pristine white. The ceremony commences with a disruptive and boisterous fanfare of trumpets, announcing the arrival of dignitaries, honored guests, and the crowned heads of nations. Banners flutter, bearing the symbols of the triumphant houses, and the courtyard resonates with noises of jubilation and excitement. Each of the state representatives is led by a steward to stand just under a towering banner of their country's color and coat of arms. Solace, you are guided to stand alone under Anasia's colors. With Islater on your right and Ionad to your left. You and the other nobility you've come to know are standing in their stations. The fanfare comes to a triumphant end, and the crowd begins to hush. At first, a lone woman takes the stage. She is a stocky, square dwarf with a big voice, a big smile, and a pixie cut of dark hair. She's dressed in fine leather pants and a large flowing blouse, wearing a cloak of green and embroidered gold thread. She says, "Ainsbury, It was a pleasure to host your games again, and this year I had the great honor of being the voice of them as well. We were spoiled with many talented fighters and fearsome foes, and treated to many great displays of strength and will. But I'm here for the good stuff. At this point, I won't bore you all. You know who our contenders were. Our top scorers put on excellent shows towards the end of each day, but our champions were decided. Interestingly enough, the voices of our nobility were won out by your voices, good people. Please join me in congratulating our Thunderfire Tournament victors, the fan favorite, the Dawn Chasers. And the crowd erupts in raucous applause, and the dignitaries to your right and left just kind of applaud politely. Daihi will lean over to you and say, congratulations, but don't move, okay?
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
On the ground where the rest of you have gathered, you feel hands kind of settle on you, for better or worse. And you are being pushed, funneled almost, out of that little corralled space and towards the stage.
Okay.
Okay.
Whew, all right.
Vaughn
I'm all
puts his
like,
arms
I
up.
duck away
And
from
just...
I have to remind myself not to turn and like snap at somebody, but I will just go.
I'm debating like running and hiding in a crowd, but oh god.
Do you all
Yeah.
step on stage?
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Trying very hard
Hell
not
yeah.
I'm staying
first
up.
time,
God,
huh?
don't look at me, sort of thing.
Like,
So you file, probably about half of you, a little bit awkwardly, 50% awkwardly, to stand as far on the stage as you need to without being ushered any further forward. And the dwarf, who is turning away from a steward with a thick chest in her hands, kind of looks at the distance you've taken and looks at the space between you two. And there's this awkward pause. And she goes, once again, the Dawn Chasers, and starts walking towards where you are all stood.
Start moving towards her.
You guys fought so well. A pack of rookies with just a simple name behind you. In the end, it was your spirit and showmanship that won the crowd's hearts. Make sure you thank your supporters, fan favorites. And the crowd again just starts bursting out into applause. Somebody starts foaming at the mouth and collapsing.
I said thank you.
And Viconia, this might be especially strange for you as you are stood in your full drow form and people are still cheering.
It is very strange, and I'm tense and not sure what to make of it in this moment. But up on stage, is Jack possibly anywhere to be seen up front / where I can see?
You can try and make a perception check.
Okay. It's Sunny. Guidance. Yeah.
Uncle spotting is our new official sport.
Yeah. No, it's I rolled a 12 because I rolled a 9 and a 2.
Terrible, but you do get the impression that with the amount of people in this crowd and the fact that the very front row is sectioned off for nobility and wealthy houses, it's not likely you would have seen him.
Okay. Well, I'm making a statement.
The dwarf reaches the chest up towards you. Who goes to take it?
I will.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, I
There we
was
go.
like gonna say I will because I assume it's gonna be heavy as
I'm
fuck.
I'm
but
there.
you-
Yeah.
Go to take the chest, and what's your strength?
Oh no!
Please hold. I think it's -1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have 8, so -1.
So as soon as you settle your hands on the handle across from where the dwarf is, from where the dwarves are, her hands are, and she goes, do you have it? And as soon as you nod, she'll let go, and the weight of it takes you suddenly, and it pulls you and your hands to the ground. The stage thuds with the impact, And there's this pregnant pause.
Vaughn, Darby,
before
Realm.
I'm going to
the
go try
woman
to.
starts to laugh and claps and says, "Your fan favorite. Always trying so hard."
I'm going to go try to pick up the chest.
Okay. What's your strength score?
13.
Sorry,
What?
13.
You go to try and pick up the chest and find it is just a scooch too heavy for you.
Can I just go and take the bag of holding and kind of like shove it into the bag of holding? Like just to, like get it in there.
We look like disasters.
You really do.
I'm just gonna get this over with and try and like put the bag of holding
Bro,
over
like,
it and like scoop it up.
So you get down and try to start
I hate this.
stretching the bag of holding over
go.
the chest.
Duffel bag. It's a duffel bag.
I was going to.
Vaughn, can you just help me pick up the other side, please?
I
Thank
got
you.
it.
Ah,
Yes.
okay. All right.
Oh my god. I'm like swearing. I am swearing under my breath in isolation like every other breath.
Realm is just sinking in further to his hood.
Just trying to deal with the chest.
awkward one.
Just trying to deal with the chest.
One of you on each hand are able to lift the chest and carry it down off the stage.
Okay.
Can I
And
get
the
off the
rest of
stage
you.
too?
File off after them
Okay.
while you are waved off by the dwarf host. And the cheers continue to envelop around you. And as you re-enter the space where you are stood corralled, there are people that'll still clap for you and probably inappropriately go to clap you on the back or the shoulders.
Oh, don't touch me. Ugh.
If someone touches me, I am going to turn around and be like, please do not. Please do not. I appreciate your support, but please do not.
We were the favorites until they started, until we and now they're like, who are these people? Why are they so weird?
I appreciate your
One
support.
of the most
but please
relatable people they've ever seen in their lives.
Van is just standing behind Realm and Darby, high-fiving everybody who goes to touch them just to intercept.
Yes, I love that.
God.
By the way, if you're ever in Overshire, check out the Hickory Court.
We're supposed to be at an execution, guys.
Yeah, we're having too much fun, so
Who
something
doesn't
terrible.
get a fun at execution?
Oh no. Oh god.
Common
It's gonna be
sense,
too big.
maybe. I don't know.
Oh god.
Common decency.
Yeah.
So
really should
as
work
you
out.
settle... Oh, bye,
Oh,
Ethan.
Vaughn. I mean, well, yes, Vaughn and Ethan.
Still gone.
I'm gonna pee while he reloads. I'll be like 60 seconds. I can hear you.
Okay. So the four of you are ushered back to your spots near the front half of where, front half of the barrier, closer to the stage. You can put the chest down between you and feel fairly confident. It would be hard to take given how heavy it is.
I was gonna ask, how is it big enough that I could sit on it?
You could sit on it, yes. It's probably by like 1.5 feet by 2 feet.
So I would
You
be
are
like,
not front row.
You'd be like on a stool.
all right. I'm just gonna do that thing like when you're kind of in a crowded place and you bring it back. I'm just going to like make sure my leg is touching it, so I might notice if anyone is moving.
Can we put it in the bag of holding?
We can
now?
certainly.
It won't fit, I don't think. I simply do not think it will fit.
It's
We'll
a
have
duffel
to-
bag. I'm just.
This is a big chest. We can just divvy
With a
it.
little more time and stretching, maybe.
Yeah.
If
But
you want to now.
don't, Laura. We
it's
just
fine.
acknowledge that it's there and we move on.
Yeah, it's fine. It's it's fine.
We can try now. I just don't.
I'm
Yeah, I
just
don't want
watching
to
them
break
from the
it.
stage,
Yeah.
and I can see them talking, and I'm just.
Yeah.
I think the last thing I should do after my fumble on stage is break the bag of holdings. No.
Yeah, I mean,
It's fine. We'll
we'll
just.
just take the chest to our new estate.
I'm finding religion on stage.
Oh, bye.
No.
Saying something and then leaving.
He's gone to our new estate.
No.
You went immediately to the estate. Yes.
Immediately.
Yeah,
Okay.
just right now, let's go.
All right.
Yeah, just
All right.
resume clenching my jaw again and sort of hang my head in shame.
As you settle back into your spots, the ceremony resumes. It starts with a few speakers who take to the stage to talk on things like the development of Ainsbury over the decades, the change of priorities within each nation's military away from intercontinental conflict and onto exploration and the refinement of their existing resources. Eventually, a few veterans will take the stage and speak on the horrors of the Thunderfire War and the blessings of the peace that followed. Eventually, Casimir will take the stand again, and after the crowd has settled enough, will describe their next event as a solemn necessity, a step we must take to put the scars of the past behind us. At this, there is a low and steady drumbeat that begins. A tall man is escorted onto the stage, his arms held by 2 guards. They bring him center, forcing him to the knees of his dark-furred, goat-like legs. His head is laid out over that little black block that had been set there before the ceremonies began. One of the guards will pull the bag from his head. It is to a chorus of boos and jeers that his hair is grabbed and his face lifted to an angry crowd. It's a face you recognize, for it appears to be Calder's, down to the very last whisker and freckle.
Can I cast True Sight?
Go ahead. You can cast True Sight. You can absolutely cast True Sight.
But at what cost?
Cast True Sight. Yeah, you can cast True Sight. Okay.
I'm nervous. I'm
So
nervous.
while the crowd is given moments to vent their frustration, things are thrown at the horned man's head. Thrown at the horned man whose head hangs low. He is exhausted. He looks physically beat down and wounded. He does not flinch for the produce or the stones or the shoes thrown at him, just kneels over the chopping block and waits. And I'm gonna send this privately.
Oh.
Oh God! I mean, I knew it, but I'm like, I want to know.
Darby, if you could just go ahead and give me a perception check
Okay.
with your seeing eyes. Just want to know how good they are.
Guidance.
Okay. It's a natural 12 plus 3 for 15 plus 4 for 19.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Me too. I want to know.
Me too. I'm dying.
Get away from my food, you bastard.
If Wade goes like, "Oh God," then we know it's someone bad.
We should have gone to the dungeon.
I don't know. Wade has good face control. Yeah. Now, if Rhiannon got a DM,
God!
Yeah, I honestly, I would tell you guys right away. I'd be like, "Oh God, guys, no."
I do super need to pee after this, though, if I can run to the bathroom.
I'll continue nervous laughter. It's fine.
My heart is in my stomach. Oh my God.
Okay. A large man in a dark hood will step onto the stage with his headman's axe in hand, approaching the block to a chorus of cheers mixed with final insults and curses. He takes his position, slowly raising his axe high until the crowd's fervor dies down just enough.
Oh, look at Derby.
The axe falls. There is a solid thud. and the head of Calder Monahan, Jesus, I'm so sorry, thunks onto the stage and tips until it falls against a large curled black horn. There is a few more beats of silence. Then the headsman collects the head and holds it high by the horn for the crowd's applause and cheers. In the meantime, the headless corpse is collected by a couple men waiting in the wings, and they follow the executioner eventually when he finally drags his block and his head down from the stage.
I'll reach for Dai's hand.
He takes it, and he gives it a little squeeze, but he keeps his focus ahead.
As do I.
Following the somber or gruesome performance, there is a few more veteran addresses, each a little more decorated than the last, and then finally a pair of scrolls are brought to the stage. One is introduced as the old treaty, and the other, the new one, drawn up to finally renew it. Both are held up for the crowd to see while it is read aloud. It is largely ceremonial, and pretty words to further cement many more decades of peace between these two sizable nations. Then they are set upon a table on the stage and signed by both the King of Gallion and the Emperor of Modicol. They shake their hands like gentlemen before the Emperor will give his counterpart a little tug to get him closer and kisses the elderly man on both cheeks. The crowd erupts again, confetti thrown into the air, horns and whistles blown. The procession is escorted off the stage once given enough time to absorb the applause. Most of them will wave politely, and some yell their thanks to the crowd as they descend. Gradually, the ceremony will come to a close once the stage is empty, but that does not mean the festivities end, for the doors are open, and now something of a block party begins. Vendors are given a once-in-a-lifetime chance to make coin off of the continent's richest, and they rush to set up their stands on the roadside of the Crownswell Keep. Entertainers begin to strike up tunes or perform tricks for the crowds as they fan out to explore the sacred ground, steadily trickling towards the gates, ushered as they are by guards. But they are given the leniency to wander. As are you. What are you doing?
Please tell me that that was nobody we knew.
It was not who it appeared to be, is all I can tell you right now. We should do something with this chest.
It's not very reassuring, but yeah, we probably should. Go back to Adeline's
Perhaps
room.
we run it back to our room really quick, and then we can return to the festivities. And we should probably find solace as well.
Okay. It's a little bit difficult to get back towards the castle, as now that there is no need to stand by formality, people turn and try and get your attention. They want to shake your hands. They want to introduce themselves and inform you that they were so taken by your performance in the ring and hopes that you'll make some time to come see them in their houses.
I will be as kind and nice as I can while trying to lug this chest with Vaughn.
They don't seem
By
to.
0 strength of health.
They don't seem to care or notice your physical struggle. They are clapping you on the shoulder and showering you in compliments and perhaps being a little bit too pushy at times.
I'm just... Yeah, I will be back in the moment. We can talk then. I need to, just keep going.
I'm gonna merge into the crowd, or try merge into the crowd. Follow them, but not with people paying attention to me.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
13 plus 9, 20, 22.
Okay. So, while you try and slip into a very crowded place, normally it would be much easier, but they are specifically looking for you. So while you manage to dodge most of the attention, there's still one or two people who kind of watch you go by, and you can hear them gasping and saying, "Oh, that's him."
Just ducking behind other people and continuing on.
It is a bit of a fight, but you do eventually, with the guards' help that are trying to escort you, clear the crowd as it fans out and start back towards an area blocked off from those who don't have any reason to be there or any reason to get back into the castle at the moment. Given that you are staying there and are a delegation to a current representative, you are granted access and able to return to your room. Solace, as soon as the line of nobility is out of sight, you see Alex immediately turn and walk down another hall, and nobody stops him. Following that, both the king and Casimir and Sebastian walk into the courtroom, and the door's shut behind them. Guards immediately post outside and seem to look at you as if inviting you to ask a question.
I will not hide the fact that I am watching them go, and I suppose I'll look at whatever guard appears to be the most senior, and I'll just say, is there more to this ceremony, or...
Not for your
Sorry.
eyes, Mum.
Of course. Yeah, so I will take my leave of Daihi politely.
He's had been stood with you, and as you kind of get that and start off, he goes, "Oh, okay, we'll talk later then."
I'll kind of turn back around at that. Like I hear this sort of like kind of, and I'll like kind of let my face look a little bit as uncomfortable as I actually am. And I'll say, I would like to see you later, but just now I think I need a few moments, if that's all right.
Completely fine. No, that's fine. Please, I was just saying, I'll see you later.
I'll look around, and are there just guards in the room now? And like his guards, everybody's guards, but everybody else is gone.
Largely, yes.
Okay,
He
and
doesn't
I will
have
give
as
him...
much of a procession around him as he usually does. It's just a couple people, but the hallway is certainly thick with galleon security.
Yeah. If there's no one in this room who looks like they would gossip about such a thing, I will turn back around and give him a quick hug before I go.
Okay. He hugs you back, and you are free to wander off and rejoin your friends eventually in your borrowed room.
Yep.
Are you
So?
alright, Solus?
What? Yes, I'm fine. What? I look at Darby, because I know that they were gonna do the thing, and I'm trusting that everything's okay. So she's
I
like
didn't
making...
do anything.
Yeah, she's just looking like, yeah.
Did nothing.
So that was not Calder. It was a satyr, and it was, I'm pretty sure, the assassin that I stopped from dying in our room.
He was a satyr? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Allow me to clear up that wording. It resembled the satyr.
Sorry.
They had done physical, practical effects to make him continue to look like that.
Wow. Sorry. The way sorry. He appeared to be a satyr. but I don't know that he actually was. And they also tried to make his face look like Halder's, so they were preparing for people to look. But that was not his face.
I may have made some missteps because Sebastian and Casimir were watching me rather closely, and after the ceremony, they went with the king into a private room, and it seemed very serious. So I don't know if it was something I did wrong but there's something else happening, and I am a little bit afraid.
What could they have seen that would have raised suspicion?
I don't know. It may be from last night.
It's.
Perhaps I should message Adeline now that it's done.
That would not hurt.
Maybe she can. I will take out the sending stone to Adeline.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm gonna open the chest while she's thinking about her message.
Yeah, go for it.
So you click open the chest, and you find contained within it just an absolute heap of shining gold. In addition to that, there is a rolled scroll. Technically, a scroll rolled with 2 pages inside it.
Is it a detour house?
I'm going to open the scrolls.
Excuse you.
What?
I said I'll take the scroll.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear it.
You did kind of mumble over. All that came out was scrolls?
Yeah,
That's what I heard too.
yeah. Because I was just like, oh, I'm here. I
That was
opened
the
it. I
mic
will
warming
read
up 'cause I
them.
haven't said anything in a minute.
All right, I'm ready whenever you guys are done with the scroll.
Okay.
So-
So what want to do first, scroll or message?
I really have to
Scroll.
pee and do a thing. I'll be right back.
Or do more people have to pee? Or we
Yeah, can we take a small whittle break?
Okay, pee, and then we figure out message or scroll.
Oh my god.
Aw, the baby.
Hello.
Hi.
So, I have to show you guys something. I went out into the living room, and Ellie and Bagheera were kind of close together, so I decided to take a picture of it. One sec. Now, you guys know those pictures? There's those movies where, like, the person's face changes, like those horror movies where the person changes into this, like, monstrous look? I zoomed in and saw this, and it really freaked me the fuck out. It really looks like his face is like going demonic. I hate it.
God.
It really, oh god, I can't even.
That's
That's pretty good,
scary.
Peter.
Yeah, I did. It really freaked me out, honestly. I don't like looking at it. She's a little bit lethargic. She's on some painkillers.
Aw.
They think she has a kidney infection. Well, hopefully it's just a kidney infection because she was peeing out only blood.
Oh god.
Yeah. But she was acting totally fine and eating fine, and so I didn't even notice. And ugh.
Cats are like that. It's not your fault.
It's every single video that she comes and stares into into everyone's soul.
Mm-hmm.
I need her to stop staring into my soul. Ow, I can't do it. What?
I'm raising the mouse and she's looking at the mouse. So she's watching my mouse.
Ugh. I gotta get my lips up.
Do you have a thingy on your eye? Okay. No, that's my mouse. There you go.
Sorry about that. I needed a tea.
No worries. Got a new fidget cube and I haven't dropped it once, y'all. Not once
Nice.
this whole time. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I'm no longer
Alright.
destroying my dice and throwing them across the room by accident.
So, message or scrolls?
Scrolls.
Okay. Scrolls.
Scrolls.
Scrolls?
Scrolls.
All right. So the scroll rolls out into two different pieces of parchment. The first one is a deed for a place called Grey Hill Manor. It's a plot of land and a large estate in Greystead, currently worth about 7,500 gold, with the promises that the price is bound to rise as more people are currently moving back into Greystead.
Oh God, we're landlords.
Wait a minute. Is Grace dead?
We've gone down the homeowner to landlord pipeline very quickly.
It's not our house. We're not giving it to someone else.
What? Yeah, like Greystead isn't where the Milling Brew Inn is it?
It's nearby it. Yes, it was the town you used to go to whenever you needed to trade.
Ooh,
That's great.
cute.
How about that?
Can live near Vaughn's
Live near your
mom.
mom. Yeah.
We have a place to stay when we go see your mom.
Other than the inn she runs.
We can just set it up as like an Airbnb the rest of the time. It's fine.
Oh my God, that we're even worse than landlords.
Yeah.
We're Airbnbers.
Oh no.
The second piece of parchment is just a list of donations given to the victors of the Thunderfire tournaments from the noble houses of Galleon. So, in addition to the heap of gold, there are also items.
Oh.
Hey.
Ooh.
And I briefly toyed with being like, well, like you take it to somebody to identify them, but no, the piece of parchment will tell you what is contained in the chest. You are receiving an amulet of health,
Ooh.
a ring of free action,
Wow.
a cloak of protection, a ring of spell storing, and a tome of clear thought.
Home of clear thought.
Wonder what that last one is.
Can we have a list of this stuff, Smart? Because I cannot write that.
I guess.
You put it in the inventory.
I mean, I say we lay it out and figure out.
I was gonna
you
say,
Yeah.
divvy it up now.
Yeah, let's not just stow it away right now.
Okay. I reach into the box and I start pulling out all the different things that are on the parchment.
Okay. How do we want to do this?
I just.
In session.
Does it
notes?
say, no, wouldn't it be in inventory?
It's in session notes.
Oh, okay.
It's in session notes now. I'm leaving
Okay.
you guys to sort your own inventory bullshit out.
Right, understood.
Yes. So
Okay,
we can think this
okay.
through. Some of these are going to be more useful to some than others, clearly.
So what does the amulet of health do? Specifically.
It makes
Is
your
it-
constitution score 19.
Jesus.
I
Whoa.
would vouch for that for myself.
Yeah, no,
but
Yeah,
other people can also have a point for that.
absolutely.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
No, absolutely, that goes to you for sure. Ring of
Alright,
free
and then-
action. I'm
Could
assuming
be
you
good
get a free
for-
action.
Yeah.
You do. Hang on, I'll
I
read
almost
it
want
to
to say
you.
realm.
Are you looking them up?
While you wear this ring, because I assume we have the.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said they were
Yes,
identified.
the parchment. Yes, the
The
parchment
ring of
identifies
free
everything.
action, it prevents you from being paralyzed or restrained. Also negates difficult terrain, so you can't be slowed, and you're immune to paralyzed or restrained. So Darby,
Yeah, that might
Yeah.
be good for Darby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're always up and close and in their faces and everything.
Yep.
Okay.
keep in mind you do have a limited number of attunement slots. I don't know what other magical stuff people have, but we may be getting close to that with some of these things.
We have
Yeah, this
3,
one-
right? Don't we have
This is
3
my
attunement
first.
slots?
3 attunement
Mhm.
slots.
Yeah, I still have 2 left.
The only thing I have attuned is the collar. Cloak of Protection gets a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, so that's huge. I would also tend to say Darby on that one, just because they're our tank, unless we want to mitigate some of the lower
Well,
AC.
their
people.
AC is
That's a
already
healer.
pretty high.
But
I was gonna say one of the healers, maybe.
What's your AC at,
Solace or
Solace?
Laconia.
15.
My AC is already at 18, so why don't you take the cloak?
Okay.
Yeah. Good
Okay.
idea.
All right, so I'm leaving that one up so I don't forget to add it to my list. Ring of Spell Storing. This is a cool one, but let me look it
Yeah.
up so I can read the text. It's gives you an extra spell slot, kinda. So this ring
Me,
stores spells
definitely.
cast into it, holding them until the attuned wearer uses them. The ring can store up to 5 levels worth of spells at one time. So you can store 5 level 1 spells or 1 level 5 spell. Let's see.
That would be really dope.
Go for it.
If I
Unless
could have it.
you can,
So,
yeah,
because
you
I can
have it.
store a bunch of healing spells in it.
And you also
Yeah.
can benefit from that because you can then store spells that you don't have to prepare
Yeah,
because you can.
that would be really great.
Right, and then Tome of Clear Thought. Let's see. This is a way to permanently increase your intelligence score by 2. You have to spend 48 hours over 6 days studying the book's contents, and it increases your intelligence score by 2. Uses intelligence? Is that your casting?
My cast.
I don't think any of us use it.
mm-mm.
Yeah, because my casting is charisma and wisdom.
I
wouldn't mind being a little smarter, but if someone else is really kill it.
What's
I rolled
everybody's?
so bad for my stats at the beginning, and I would not.
Sure.
I know I don't normally ask for loot, but then Darby's -1. So Darby, if you want it,
I do not use
so
intelligence.
you're not -1.
I'm chill being stupid. I don't use it for much, so I'm good with that.
Because we all, me, Vaughn, and Nia, all have a +1, so it would be equally useful for all 3 of us, I think.
What about realm?
Would you like?
I have
Do you
0,
want it
but
because you
I don't.
haven't gotten
don't.
anything?
That's okay with me. I don't need something, but I wouldn't really use it much. I think one of the people should take it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use. I don't. Darby's not the type to use intelligence for much, so it would be wasted on them.
Yeah, the same. The fuck are you doing, Kat? 1 sec.
Yes,
So,
we
I
can
mean, I
roll.
do
I'd
have
write the
proficiency in
text.
history and religion, so I do use those.
I have proficiency in history and religion as well.
Okay. Well, if you guys are both interested, I can just roll and have one of you call highs or lows.
I mean, Laconia, it's all yours, actually. Go for it.
Yeah.
Well, that.
I do not mind at all. Go for it.
I mean, what's your plus? Because I have a
I just have a-
+5 to history and religion.
I would be mainly getting it for the Arcana and Nature.
Yeah, see, Arcana, I'm only +2.
I'm +4,
And you
and
take it.
Are you sure?
For Arcana and... Yeah, Arcana is big.
Nature, my Nature is +4 too.
Yeah, or Vaughn can take it. If he has proficiency in...
It's also a bonus that doesn't apply immediately. It takes time to apply, so it's
Yeah,
not a
you have to
decision that
learn
needs to be
it.
made right now.
Okay. Well, hold on.
So
to
you
it.
can chew on it for a little bit.
We'll chew on that
Okay.
one.
Mhm.
All right.
Let's just
Chewing
not
on
forget
it.
about it.
Can I divvy the gold between the 5 of us?
Mhm.
So it's 10,000 gold, so everybody gets 2,000.
Sheesh.
God, yeah. I'm gonna go back to Port Casper and buy all the exploding arrows. I forgot her name. I knew
Winnie.
before. I was said Winnie. Thank you. I was thinking it before, but anyways. You said 10. No, 200.
2,000.
2,000.
Yeah, because it's 10,000 divided by 5. Sorry, 10,000 divided by 5. Ah! Stuff and things. Wait, manage inventory.
Upgrading my lifestyle to comfortable.
I've never seen this much gold in my entire life. I don't know what to do with it. I'm just looking at it. Do we open a bank account now? I mean, what do we do?
1d6.
Do people just keep this much gold on them at all times? I don't
Do you feel safe leaving it anywhere?
know.
No, me neither.
But then Nia has been robbed before, so who's to say that won't happen?
I know.
Don't look robbable. Don't look like you have to. Well, everyone here knows that we do, but don't look like you have it. Maybe while we're here, it is best to leave it in this guarded castle area rather than take it into the public with us.
But where in the castle is safe? Or where in this room is...
I mean, this room is guarded. I don't think anyone in this castle is, like, gonna come after that money. And if a guard does, that's something we could report and it'll be fine.
I mean, considering how much some of these items are that we have come across, I think that we sometimes are expected to have that much on hand.
Yeah.
Very true. I
want to go back for that +1 crossbow.
Perhaps now that I'm out in the open as a drow, people will be too intimidated to try and steal from me.
They didn't seem to mind you there. I don't know if intimidate is the right word.
That's true, because Jack gave them the description of your other form.
What? Jack did what now?
Did we not? Oh god. Yeah, it was Jack that told them, the kids, who to steal from. So we think.
Oh dear.
I didn't know that, but holy shit, I'm writing that down.
I didn't realize that it wasn't said.
I thought we had said it.
I
You
really
didn't.
thought we said it. I don't know
Did
why
we know it in
I don't know why we
character?
would have did that.
Or are we just
You
saying it
did.
out of character?
What you had said was that somebody targeted Nia, but you weren't specific about who.
But we knew who the whole time.
But you
Oh,
you
Yeah.
opted not
Yeah.
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 that's out now.
You just
So,
told me that
none
the
of the
kids
rest of us
spent
knew
the rest
that.
of my money.
I'm gonna send a message to Lady
Well-
Adeline now, if that's all right.
to. In that awkward silence, Solace, you send your message.
I'm not actually going to say it out loud. I'm going to kind of mouth the words.
Okay.
Because I don't. Because that.
Are you... Do I count for you? I'm confused.
No, I sent it.
Okay.
Because she admitted something she doesn't want to admit to you guys yet, just because she's scared.
Oh, it's in
Not-
my mind.
She's telling, yeah. Well, she's mouthing the word. She told Lady Adeline she was scared, but she doesn't want to say that to you guys. So nothing particularly dire. Just she's
Okay.
putting on a brave face.
I'm over here in the corner taking deep breaths.
Now you're so much richer now, so congrats.
Mm-hmm.
I was like gonna ask Nia to send a message, but now I watch her like taking deep breath. I'm like, nope, not a good time. Nope, nope.
Yeah, maybe I feel this.
Also, for the
So-
record, nothing was stated about what happened to the other half of the money. Just that Jack told the kids about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
that
I
is
know
what-
that. She's just
Okay.
going through it. She still knows that the kid spent the other half of the money. Darby got back half the money, but Jack was the one that set it all up.
I don't think she knows that the kids took the other half. I think.
You
Well, no, wait,
did,
wait,
yeah.
no, yeah. Sorry. I
Instead
misunderstood.
of saying like, oh, we left half of the money with
Yeah.
the dad and his son, you just said that the kids had already spent the money by the time
I
you were able to
misunderstood.
get.
That was
Okay.
my bad.
Solus will say, Adeline is sure we did well, and she is glad that Serafina was right about it not actually being Calder, and she told us that we should continue to be cautious around Sebastian, but she believes in us.
That is reassuring to hear.
So when do we get to leave this place?
I think. I don't know. I need to go find Yersa, so I have to go back out into
Still
this.
circling.
Yeah, I have to go back outside. And I suppose we should be a face for a minute. I don't know.
I need to send a message.
Okay.
Before we head out, if you all don't mind giving me a moment.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna send a message to Jack.
Okay. Don't look so scared to count.
I'm more scared to hear it.
Are you anywhere nearby? Hope you're enjoying the festivities. I was wondering if we could talk. That's it.
9 words.
You get back. Excuse me, let me scroll.
I feel like Nia has on that like really pleasant face, but inside is like thing in rage.
There's a few emotions going on for different reasons, but
Realm is making this face like. "Ugh."
All right, so you're here back. Hey, what's up?
he's
no.
drunk.
Yeah, he's
Just
drunk.
schlepping it with the pores.
Oh boy.
They make good ale. Excuse me, miss, and then it just gets off.
Oh good, he's drunk somewhere and I have no idea where.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I definitely said that out loud.
I am very sorry to hear that. I am going to take a little bit of spending money and go find my bird outside if anyone wants to go.
Alright, I'll
Yep.
go with you as well.
I do as well, but I'm gonna have my hood up the whole time. But I want to go as well.
have locate creature prepped. No big deal where he is. Oh wait, he said he's schlepping it with the pores, so it's got to be a less fancy tavern.
Possibly
Spends
in
the
the
whole
lower
day
city.
hunting him.
Why don't you just want to talk?
Sorry, Solus, what were you trying to say?
Go ahead.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything else. That was all I was gonna say.
Ethan, what are you doing?
What?
Shopping wise?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, there you are.
Sorry, you were in and out for a little bit.
No, I just
Wow,
meant
okay.
like in. Okay.
Yeah, I was sitting here talking the whole time. It's not muted. I don't know what was going on there.
Oh shit! I didn't hear like anything.
No.
Yeah, I could see it wasn't going through.
If you're going
But
outside
anyway,
too, then I'll.
are you asking like
go
what am
with-
I doing like shopping wise, or what are you asking?
If you're gonna go
I'm
with
just.
us.
I was trying to decide what Solus is doing, but there are some things I want to do. But if everybody else is going shopping, I will go shopping.
I wasn't planning to go shopping. I'm just going outside to fetch my bird, is mostly what I am doing,
Yeah.
and just along for the ride after that.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to go shopping.
I think we're going out to mingle / look /
There's only one thing I really want to get before we leave the city, and it's just a book.
I mean, there's like a
So we
big
can do
party
whatever.
outside right now, is what I assumed we were all gonna get sucked into if we went outside.
Yeah.
There is a big old party out there.
big old
There
party.
better be drinks if there are.
Could partake in a drink or two, I think, after today.
I think I should like to see if Daihi is okay and if he has someone to spend the afternoon with. Or perhaps he could come with us if his guards would allow it. If that would be okay with all of you.
Absolutely.
Yes, welcome to come with
I
us
would-
anytime.
yes, that'd be nice.
Okay. So you begin to migrate out of the room after taking or leaving which you will of your winnings. You move through the hallways. And we'll say you do approach the Ionaudin delegation's rooms, but are told that the king is out at the moment, enjoying the crowd.
Okay, I'll leave.
Sorry.
I'll leave a note for him.
I can send him a message. I have one more.
No, just save it. I don't know what else this day might. I mean, it's of course you could. I don't know what else this day might bring. Still.
Quick question about the ring of spell storing.
Yep.
Do I expend a spell slot to store the spell in the ring?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to cast the spell into the ring first, and then it is stored.
Understood. Could store 5 sending messages, guys.
Mm-hmm. You sure could.
That's like
No,
a
up
right
to
before
level
bad.
5.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't sending level 3?
It's 5 levels of spell. So if sending is level 3, then you could store 1 sending spell and then either a level 2 or 2 level 1
Oh,
spells.
so okay. I thought
Yeah.
it just meant that like I couldn't store anything past level 5. I could just
No.
store 5 spells.
Mm-mm.
Okay, gotcha.
Nope.
Understood.
I suppose we will go mingle.
I want to go back to that store that I bought the acid vial and the alchemist fire. And also the crossbow level 1. All these things.
Okay. If you return to those stores that you already bought out, they have not restocked.
Damn it.
Yeah, unfortunately,
But
it
I'm
takes
rich
more than
now.
a couple. But I have money. But you are able to revisit the blacksmith, and you do note it is very crowded. Ironically, it is busier than it has ever been in the upper city in the Crownswell Keep. But as you start to get into the inner city, the crowd's kind of thin. It seems that everybody is taking advantage of the gates being open to see how the upper class live. But you can return to the blacksmith in the inner city, who will still offer you, at face, 1,030 for that crossbow.
That's a lot of money, but I'll take it. I would like to offer him my vicious crossbow, and that'll take down the price.
Okay, if you're trading in, that actually will help.
I will put up my plain rapier, which I should have the last time. I know it's not worth much, but I will also give him that in trade.
And sorry, is this a light crossbow?
Yeah, light, vicious crossbow.
Okay. Okay, and you're also offering a rapier? Just a run-of-the-mill rapier?
Yeah, it's not very exciting, but it's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
Uh,
It's not
And-
nothing.
my plain leather armor too, just to get it out of my satchel. It's the
Okay.
cost is 10 GP and the character sheet if that helps.
Okay. So for all of those, he's willing to knock 300 off the price.
It's not bad.
It's not bad
Okay,
at all.
so that makes it $1,000? Or
Yeah.
1,000 gold, I mean?
300 off of the 1,030, so it would be down to 730.
Sweet. Okay. And it's crossbow +1? Light crossbow +1?
Light crossbow +1, yes, and now also a magical item. And what is Vaughn looking for?
Vaughn is looking to buy a book on Common Sign Language.
Okay. Not terribly difficult to find. It'll be 5 gold. You are, as you shop and wander the city, which with gates open for the first time, you will notice that the gates to the outer city are still closed, but anywhere within the walls have opened up to allow passage between the different districts. There are entertainers that play music on the sidelines, performers who bounce and perform feats of acrobatics through the streets. Little crowds gather around these performances, tossing their gold into the artisan. There is just this steady thrum of noise from cheering and talking and a distant instrument no matter where you wander. As you sort of drift back towards the upper city, the crowds begin to thicken again. But it is lively and a little bit easier to forget the stresses of the Crownswell Keep when you are surrounded by people just having a good time. Is there anything else you wish to do with this time?
I want to try to find my bird, please.
Go make an animal handling check.
Oh boy.
Guidance.
Can I help? Because when Darby passed, I learned I was whistling the same way they would. So can I help by just whistling also for her?
14 plus 15 plus 7 for 22.
No, they don't need it.
Yeah.
No, the guidance got me to 15, so that helped a little.
You whistle, above the cry of the crowd. And it is as you hear your own whistling kind of drowned by voices, you realize what difficulty Yrsa might have hearing you and finding you. But after just a few seconds of waiting after your first whistle, you can spot her coming over, high up in the sky, coming over the wall towards you.
I will
And
hold
as
up.
she descends towards you, you lift your arm, and people kind of clear space around you because the beating of her wings as she slows down just hits the ground with cascades of gusts of air. But she settles on your arm and then shimmies 1 foot at a time up to your shoulder.
I will, for the first time probably in a long time, pull up my own hood so she has a little place to kind of hide.
And she does. It looks to anyone else like you've got a weird growth on the back of your head.
Yep, that's fine.
When they come to see the front of you, they just see the little bird head.
Cute. That does remind me though.
My hood came off.
I will continue performing for the crowd, and I will do a little song here and there, just to put on the show that we have been performing since we got here, and make sure that we are still remembered. And maybe they, if they try to execute us, the crowd might be upset instead of happy. Little things.
You find as you wander the streets, sort of parading you and your friends through the crowds with your songs. People are handing you drinks as you go.
Please.
At first I refuse them, but then as the evening goes on, I just start drinking all of them.
Yep.
Is there a particular place that we should end up just instead of all over the streets? Like,
Fancy fucking tavern.
I was gonna say, do we go and like take up in a fancy tavern and just kind of hole up there for a while?
I mean, is everywhere crowded and awful?
Everywhere is crowded and awful.
I will find a tavern and I will see if I can convince like someone in a back booth to move.
All right. Make a persuasion check.
Alrighty, with advantage because I'm a fucking
Guided.
hero.
Guided.
Sweet. I'm gonna give myself bardic inspiration since I've been singing this whole time. All right, so I'm gonna need all this shit because that was a terrible roll, but it's fine. All right, that is 12, and then I need a D8. That is 19. Well, you said persuasion, correct?
Persuasion.
25.
Oh,
I'm just like my friend here just would like some quiet space if it would be all right.
So you have led your procession into the bar playing these tunes. And as you sing the song, like most of the bar is enthralled by your presence. You finish and you hear that same kind of raucous, pleased applause. And you move towards the back of the room, and the person you approach was so enthralled to see you, they already stand. Like, that is the thing that they're supposed to be doing when a figure of this stature approaches.
And I'm just like, thank you so much.
You ask politely and sweetly, and they just, oh, yep, that's all yours. It's all yours. Great, a big fan.
I will gently kiss their
is your
cheek while
favorite?
gesturing behind my back for Darby and Rel to take a seat.
big fan.
Yeah.
So
They're never
after that,
washing
they
their
will
cheek
turn.
again.
Yeah, they will turn with their hand over their cheek and say, all right, everybody, they asked for space. And just kind of starts ushering people away.
After all the bad, a little bit of good is really nice.
They're trying to be nice, but I want to go home.
So after a few minutes, you find that most people who had been looking the novelty wears off, and they once again absorb themselves in their own conversation, their own drinks. Somebody else strikes up a tune that sounds suspiciously similar to the one Solace had written, but not quite the same. But it entertains the patrons enough that you experience a level of obscurity you hadn't yet today.
I would like to find a bottle of wine that I can have just to me.
Okay. You can purchase a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Can't have one for free.
Now,
Well, look at all the
how nice
business
of a
we
bottle of
brought.
wine. The business was already here. You just riled them up.
Look at all the
Yeah.
business that.
I'm looking
Look
at
at all
the
the
8
people
free
that wanna
drinks
get
in front
drunk.
of me that
Yeah.
are not good enough for Vaconia. And I'm like passing them out.
Darby
I
at
just
some
want
point just
wine.
like dumped their water skin and was just trying to fill it with all of these free drinks they were getting.
I want wine.
Okay. You can opt for a pitcher of wine, which will be 2 silver pieces. Or you can opt for a bottle, which is 10 gold.
Oh my god. Sorry.
I'm gonna splurge. I'm gonna get a 10 gold bottle of wine.
Ellie.
Okay.
You deserve it.
You
You're
get
worth it.
Gonna splurge.
Go get your cat unstuck.
She's stuck. Oh my god.
Please rescue the cat.
out.
As soon as the crowd kind of starts to disperse a little bit and people aren't watching, Solus will get pretty quiet and she'll just kind of, like, you can see her shoulders relax and she'll sort of scrunch in really close to whoever she's sitting between and get quiet. It's been a long day.
It's been a long few days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Okay, she
Yeah.
made it. Oh my god.
It may not be that long before she falls asleep against someone's shoulder, whoever is nearest. Yeah.
I'll just give her a little pat on the head. I'm going to take one of those spots since no one else did.
And she'll like feel that and kind of like lean more into Darby, and then she's just passed out. Like, whether it's the beer or the exhaustion or the anxiety, she's just like very, very lightly snoring against Darby's shoulder at this point.
I'm gonna try and convince somebody to try this wine with me.
Okay.
It was a bottle to yourself.
It is. It is.
You said
But I
Where's the
want
bottle?
to.
Oh,
But
no.
after a couple drinks, I get a little loosey goosey because my constitution is shit, and I'm going to. I'm gonna be like, it's just like, it's absolutely divine. You should try this, and I'll probably like hand a little glass to like Vaughn, and then I'll hand like a little glass to Realm.
I'll drink it.
What do you taste?
I taste grapes, I think.
This is a bottle of grape juice.
Some grapes that have gone bad. I don't know what is. It's good. It's divine. You said it was divine. It's divine.
Vaughn, what do
Divine
you
wine.
taste?
Divine, you get it?
Grapes off divine.
That was for Ethan. I'm so sorry. I did it for Ethan.
Yeah, aside from the dried grapes, there's an undernotes of earthy subtextures. It goes off, but no, I'm kidding. It doesn't go off on a wide range.
I look
It's a dried grape juice.
ecstatic when you say it like that. She just looks so happy about it. I know. I got that too. You are right. You are right, Rambo. I get the. I understand the taste. I get it.
My palate is not as refined, I guess.
You don't have to have a refined palate. It's an acquired taste, darling. It's okay.
I
It's
just picture this
divine.
speech with her slightly slurring.
Meanwhile, I am just like sucking the cheapest ale out of a water skin.
Yes.
It's okay.
And it's like it's a swamp water kind of ale situation where it's just different kinds that you've been pouring into this water skin.
This is what we used to sneak around, and this is what we used to sneak from the taverns, Speckle.
Oh no.
Is anybody dancing?
There are some people, yes.
Does anyone want to go dance with me? I don't know like what they're doing, but I can try. For all of you.
I am quite content to sit in this corner and be a rest for someone.
I will dance if it would make you happy.
You look so uncomfortable when you say that.
I can't disagree there.
Vaughn, you danced with me once before. Will you go dance with me?
Absolutely.
Yay.
Realm's just like, yay.
I reach over and I pat Ram on the head. And then I lean down
Ram
and
was
I
like-
kiss the side of
I
his
would-
head. And then I go with Vaughn. I reach out and I take Vaughn's hand and I start like dragging him towards the dance floor with me.
I just look
Ram
at
was
Rel.
like, can I take a dagger for you instead, please?
I just look at Rel.
Jesus, bro.
She's a lot different when she gets a little wine.
She's quite happy. Nothing, just happier, I suppose.
It's nice to see.
It is nice to see. I'm gonna drink the rest of this grape juice wine.
Yep. Enjoy your grape juice wine.
Can I roll a performance check? I really want to see how this dance goes.
Sure.
I just really want to see how it goes. And how awkward it is for Vaughn. Oh shit, I got an 8.
Great job.
Thank you.
Doing great.
Thanks.
Yep.
Stellar performance.
Stepping on Vaughn's
I've had many
toes.
drinks.
So she's feeling the wine. You think you look amazing, and you never felt so loose and free. But it's catching up quick.
I'm so sorry, Ethan.
No, that is fine. I'm honestly just thrilled that you're reveling in it like this, and so Vaughn is just happy as long as you are.
Aww.
She's out in her drow
That's the boy.
form. She doesn't have to hide anything. She was a little bit mad earlier, but now she's fine.
Yeah. It's nice to see. So he'll just he'll just dance along with her no matter how it seems.
Occasionally directing her away from another patron she stands to bump into.
Which I do apologize every time, but then go right back to dancing. Until I get tired.
It's easy to waste the afternoon there, surrounded by people thrilled to be in your presence. And whether or not you enjoy the attention, you are able to spend the time resting or letting loose or just drinking grape juice with your friends. The time will come.
Grape juice.
The time will come. Oh no, not the good music.
Oh no.
Bye!
The time will come where your bellies begin to rumble. Are you staying here for the evening?
In the tavern?
Mhm.
I'm just here vibing. I'm honestly also probably almost asleep at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you
Or die he.
Oh god.
he's off doing something
yeah.
else.
He's doing his thing.
Darby like falls asleep on Solus's head, and Solus like reaches for Realm, and Realm like cuddles in, and it's just a little baby cuddle pile in the back of the tavern.
Adorable. And yes.
So, you implore the tavern for food, and some of you may stir enough to eat a little bit and then
Oh, yeah.
just curl up again. You exhaust yourselves or wear your exhaustion well into the night until most of the crowd begins to filter home. And so do you return, not home, but through the many walls and through the waning crowds, back to the Groundswell Keep to assume your place in Anasia's now Prime Ministressless room.
I'm hanging off someone as we walk, as that wine starts to fade.
I assume we're all just sort of hanging off each other at that point.
Yeah.
No one's really awake.
Yes.
No one. Yeah.
Exhausted or inebriated, but you're alive and you're still upright for the steps it takes you to get to your beds. And find that each and every one of you, for one reason or another, fall into a very deep and restful sleep for the first time in what feels like weeks.
Well, the
And
cuddle
that is
pile
where
is
we will
complete.
end for today. The cuddle pile is finally complete.
Yes.
You all just kind of fold over each other onto the big
Yes.
bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes!
Adorable.
Oh yeah. Vaconia joins us in the cuddle pile because she's drunk.
Yeah.
She's gonna be very confused
Yeah.
when she wakes up. But
She's
yeah.
gonna be confused and
always
embarrassed.
Always
Collectively
been,
collapse into bed. Find your respective spots, be it on top of each other or curled up somewhere.
Yeah.
Is Erilyn with us for this final night?
Erilyn is not.
She
Oh,
left for the day.
Oh, crap.
She wouldn't leave without saying goodbye.
Oh,
She's
thank
just
God.
not here.
Okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah, because, like, I was like,
Yeah.
poor mom! I didn't even get to say goodbye to his mom!
Yeah.
No, when you return, Erilyn is not yet back.
Okay.
Okay.
But she's not gone.
She's not gone, as far as you know.
Okay.
I messaged
That's
Erilyn.
ominous. That's so ominous.
Before we go to bed, I will message Sophie and tell her that all is well and I am on the other side of my mountain and that I hope she is on the other side of hers as well.
Okay. She will respond, elated to hear your voice, glad it went well, and eager to express that they're finally over their mountain too, and there's so many bright lights ahead.
Aw.
Sorry to delay the session. It was worth it though.
Wait, I want to send a drunk message.
I was gonna
Drunk
say,
messages out.
I jumped out my dad again.
I'm drunk messaging my mom. Not my
Okay.
drow mom, my adopted mom.
I assumed.
No, how great would that be?
Oops, wrong mom.
Oops, sorry.
Oops, wrong mom.
It's just gonna be consisted of me slurring how much I miss her, how we did so well in the tournament, we won. I wish I could see her, and Jack is a big meanie head.
As much of that as you can fit within 25
Yeah,
words.
Yeah,
I
well, I
didn't
could
count.
try. It's like,
You will similarly get back that she misses you too, and she's so proud of you. And don't mind Jack; he can be a bit of a butt sometimes. And that she hopes to see you soon.
tell Jack that he's a butt, and then I go to sleep.
And Darby Drunk dials his their dad again.
I just say, we won the tournament. I miss you and I love you. Good night.
You also get back. Miss you. Good that you're alive. Please go to bed. Come home soon.
At some point, Devon is going to be like, you can message me when sober.
It's like, I sent you out to explore and experience the world, not become a drunk. What are you doing?
Why every time drunk?
Every time drunk.
I pull out my stone for Realm and I say, good night, Realm.
What? What do you say?
I pull out my sending stone for Realm and I whisper into it, Realm, who I assume is behind me. I go, good night, Realm.
That's actually really sweet. He's gonna take with his and just like, good night. Sleep well.
We're all fine. We're all fine.
So, drunk messages aside, everybody's stacked up. We'll end the session here and pick up to continue traumatizing you another time.
Yeah.
Yeah! Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.